major determinant in terms of the price of rice in the Philippines? Is it the local farmers? Is it the rice produced by the local farmers or the imported rice?
Madam Chair, given the volume of these two types of commodity, the imported one and the locally produced rice, we're looking at a 78-22% ratio.
Can you please make your
Sorry?
voice louder and clearer? So it's 78-22 and 78 is locally produced or
Locally
imported?
produced, and of course 22% ang ating projected na ini-import. So by that number po, mas malaki po talaga yung yung impact ng local.
So ulitin po natin. Sa konsumo ng bigas sa Pilipinas, if we talk about the whole pie, 78% ng kinukonsumo ng Pilipinas, ng Pilipino, ay nanggagaling sa locally produced rice, while 22% 22% is coming from imported rice. Do you confirm that?
Yes, ma'am, that's based on data po.
Okay. So sa ganong sitwasyon, sino po ang nagde-determine ng presyo? Yung locally produced rice or yung imported rice?
Hindi po yung producer ng rice, kundi yung pong merong mas malaking, elbow room, old leg room, or bargaining power in the chain, which is normally the ones in between the consumer and the farmer.
Sir, Mr. Chair, can we request our resource person to answer direct to the point? Who is the major influencer of the price of rice?
I would say it's the trader and those who are in the processing.
By processing, you mean the millers?
The millers, opo.
Ibig sabihin yung mga kapitalista ng ating farmers.
Yun po yung sa tingin namin na mas may malaking influensya sa ngayon.
Ilan po ang total consumption ng bigas ng buong Pilipinas on an annual basis?
Kukunin po namin, ma'am, para accurate lang po yung figure.
Can you confirm the figure of 16 million metric tons?
That's more or less the figure that we have, Madam Chair.
Sorry, that's...
Mr. Chair, with all the indulgence of Congarin, yung mga sagot kasi na more or less, i-compute pa namin, tagal na sa DA to, Mr. Chair. Ba't ganun yung mga sagot nila? More or less, ko-compute namin. Di ba bago sila pumunta dito, Mr. Chair, it's very unfair for Congarin na ganun sagot nyo.
Precisely, Mr. Chair, and you got it right.
Opo.
I really do not want to ask questions anymore, but I cannot feel the sincerity of the DA family, not the secretary, but the other representatives of the Department of Agriculture who has been frequently present in the Quintacom. Hindi po kasi ibig sabihin na kapag present kayo dito ay okay na. Ang kailangan natin ay yung puso at totoo yung intensyon na ibaba yung presyo ng bigas. Because it's a basic question at paulit-ulit na tinatanong yon. How much is our consumption of rice? I actually heard the figure of 16 million metric tons, I think, if I remember it right, from Secretary Kiko Laurel earlier today in Bulacan. So please confirm that kasi baka ibang sinasabi niya, iba naman ang sinasabi niyo. Eh di wala tayong solusyon dito.
Ang total po ay 16,553,247 total utilization po. Kung saan 14,939,541 po yung para sa food.
Okay. Thank you for that, Mr. Chair. So, ang ibig sabihin, 78% ng kinakain ng mga Pilipino na bigas ay nanggaling sa ating local farmers. 22% ang nanggaling sa imported. And if you talk about business-wise, it simply means, ang ibig sabihin noon, yung player, yung nagdidikta ng presyo, ay ang local na presyo. Unless the importers will not be in cahoots with the financiers of the local farmers and sell their price based on an acceptable profit from the landed cost. Ang ibig sabihin, dapat yung 22%, and that is how many million metric tons?
Nung 2023 po is 3.611,024.
Sorry, 6.
Apo. 3.6 po. And ngayon po naman, 2024, ang projected po is 4.6.
4.6 million metric tons. So
Apo.
that's roughly 46 million kilos.
Kilos, opo.
Tama po?
Opo.
Okay. Kaya ko ito pinupunto, Mr. Chair, kasi napaka-importante ng role ng NIA. Because if NIA can improve the efficiency of our farmers, then we will have a partial solution to the problem. Next, I believe that NIA was orienting us earlier, Mr. Chair, about the contract growing scheme nung palay. Bakit po nito ginagawa? Dahil nakita po dun sa previous Quintacom hearings na ang nagiging problema, yung farmers actually, konti ang kinikita, yung totoong farmers. Kasi, ang nangyayari ngayon, yung mga farmers, kontrolado na sila ng mga kapitalista who are taking advantage of them. Ibig sabihin, sila ang nagbibigay ng binhi, farm inputs, sila nagkakapital, at obligado silang yung mga farmers na sa kanila din ibenta. Can we confirm this from engineer, from Administrator Guillen?
Yes, ma'am. Tama po kayo. In fact, again, ang talagang tungo po ng programa, mula pa lang po yun. Pero ang end goal po niya is to empower yung ating mga farmers para hindi na lang palay ang ibenta, kundi bigas. Yung makapture ba nila?
Ibig sabihin, yung role ng mga kapitalista ay ginagampanan nyo pakonti-konti para malaki ang kita ng totoo, real farmers, and they will not be bound or tied by the dictates of those who would lend them farm inputs and seeds.
Tama po yan, ma'am. Kaya nga, sinisikap namin magtayo ng isang cooperative per town. Dahil tignan nyo po, kung merong sariling cooperative ang ating mga farmers, ma-empower natin sila doon, hindi naman din natin mawawala yung mga traders, nandiyan pa rin sila. Ano po. Kasi, again, ang target natin would be, in the end, complementation, ng hindi naman competition talaga na matindi. Ano? Ang
ibig nyo lang po sabihin is dahil yung farmer ay nakatali. Because napipilitan silang umutang ng napakalaki ng interest at hindi sila pwedeng magbenta ng tamang presyo ng kanilang palay. Kaya lubog na sila sa utang, ang liit pa ng kita, pero yung kumikita ang hindi masyadong naghihirap. Kaya ito ngayon ang pinapasok ng NIA sa inyong rice contract growing program. Do we get it right, Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Admin Guillen?
Actually,
In other words, will you confirm my statement that there is apparent collusion among financiers of our local farmers? Because they're controlling 78% of the rice being consumed by the Filipinos.
Well, may control kasi sila, ma'am, dahil,
Ano-ano po yun?